Okay, what have we got?
Hello, Mr. Cynical. Some people in chat want you to react to Half-Life 3 leaks, as well as playing Amori and Roblox Dress to Impress. Also, you should check out the ARG series made by Sagan Hawks. Awesome vids. Love you, Pyro.
Thank you, Chibs, for the 10. You've asked me to do like 7 things, by the way. What are the Half-Life 3 leaks? I don't believe that for a second, by the way. I swear Half-Life 3 leaks is something that happens every... Uh-oh. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Look at what in the skibbity toilet is this? What's with his hair, man? Was that done in that was done in SFN?
Let's get sloppy in here. Let's get sloppy. How let's get sloppy in here. Let's get sloppy. How let's get sloppy in here. Let's get sloppy. How let's get sloppy in here. Here we go.
Absolute cinema. Thank you, has the 10. Fully fledged Half-Life game revealed by Valve data miner. Okay. I do want to be honest. I do want to be honest with you guys. I have
Pyro, you lovely little man. Remember that your audience adores your analysis videos. Don't stress about making each one better than the last.
Thank you, Elias, the 10. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm going to scale the videos back after Darkwood. I'm going to scale it back. Not in quality, just in length. Like, I want to make the videos as long as Fat Cry 3 or Cry of Fear. Like 2-hour videos. Because Darkwood being 10 hours, it's too long, bro. It's too long. I just want it to be magnum opus and then move on. More evidence of fully fledged Half-Life game revealed by a Valve data miner. I will be honest. I have been told... I don't know how much I can say. I don't know. I actually don't want to get sued. I have been told by certain people who are trusted that Valve are working on, like, a couple of games. I cannot say anymore. I'm not even doing a bit. I can't say anymore. But the fact that I was told it was a couple and not just one game, it was like, okay. And then not VR. Well, one of them isn't. But yeah, I actually can't even say anything else because I don't want to get sued into heaven. I think I've probably said enough anyway. Right, I'm surprised that Tyler McVicker is the one doing this. This is the guy who, like, the only thing I know about this guy...
SFM.
The only thing I know about this guy is 4chan hates him and he gets mad dislikes on all of his videos.
And this video was sponsored.
Yep, there we go. I think it's because he moved away from, like... Because he was originally Valve News Network, right? Right, I guess we give this a watch. I saw Richter in chat, by the way. Game dev confirmed making games. I'm not even going to say what the game is, but like if you've been listening, you know what game I'm saying. Let's have a look. What'd you say, Richter? The Half-Life 3 leaks are not that big of a deal, but they can still be a big deal. They are still a big deal. From what I know, basically a voice actress portfolio is leaked called White Sands, and people think it's Half-Life 3. Also some code strings from something related to Zen from Half-Life 1. Okay, yeah, they always use code words and stuff. It's like when they called the Kinect, like Xbox Natalia or something. They always use code words. Right, let's see.
Okay, let's get...
How'd you have connections with Valve?
Two things straight before we get started. Number one, yes, someone screwed up. Not necessarily.
Not sure if this full vid is worth your time. Lol, a lot of it is just Tyler talking about his wedding. Just so snide.
Early an actor.
To be fair, 8-minute Andy. He might, yeah, there'll definitely be some filler. I guess we could just skip through.
Possibly an employee of the actor's agency, but somebody screwed up. Under no circumstances should any of the individuals involved in this leak...
No, it doesn't mean Jews, idiot. I'm saying, like, it's a secret. Oh my god.
...be hounded by anyone other than Valve Software. If you are thinking of reporting the information in this video, do not go looking for the person's name to then report. You can report on the information, knowing full well that this is an actor, but do not try and signal boost.
The only thing I know about Half-Life leaks is Mark Laidlaw that wrote the Half-Life games, he put on a blog post, I think it was called Thistle 3 or something. He couldn't call it Half-Life 3, but that was basically how he would have concluded Half-Life 3 if he was still involved.
The specific identities of the people. That is awful. Do not do that. As for the video, almost everything you're about to hear is real.
Epistle 3, that's right.
Is not speculation and comes directly from data mines of Valve's recent updates. The only time something is speculation, it will be very obviously labeled. If we're in agreement on that, please keep watching.
He was like begging to not be sued. And in doing so, he has literally created a Streisand effect where everyone watching this video is going to snitch on him to Valve.
Since even before Half-Life Alyx was released to the public, but after it was announced, Valve and the team behind Half-Life Alyx started pre-production on another single-player title. We found out
Valve making games.
They are.
Pyrocynical making video games review.
Okay, it's been 6 months. It's been 6 months.
Still doing YouTube.
Okay, you get that one. You get that one.
Playboy Carti new album.
Thank you, Coping Pyro fan for the 10. Yeah, Colossal's still doing YouTube. That's the funniest joke, I think. Why is he not streaming? He has so much spare time. Thank you, Bleep, for the 24. 24 months is a long time. How about you send me a little something, that being a pack of cigarettes? And go harass Colossal. He's probably got a couple in his room still. Thank you, Rat. Are you planning on reselling the plushie? Yeah, probably. Probably at some point.
the code name of that title in
I mean, they sold pretty well, so
2021, HLX. There were arguments at the time and in the few following years that HLX wasn't actually representative of a full-fledged game in development, but maybe could represent an engine feature or was just a file format for saves. But in the interim, I have been slowly and silently digging into this story. HLX is a confusing one. HLX seems to be a fully fledged non-VR Half-Life game, something that seems too good to be true, and something that I wanted to be very sure of.
like I said, Valve are working on 2 games, and one of them isn't VR, which was really surprising.
Before actually going live with any of this information. Valve has...
I mean, I got told about, what's it called, Deadlock? I got told about Deadlock, like, I think 4 years before it was even announced. But then I got told, like, don't tell anyone, because we'll sue you. Hang on, my headphones died, hang on. I haven't played Deadlock, by the way. Is it any good? I just saw this one gif of, like, there's, like, this slime character, and he just turns into a ball, and all the comments were just saying Pyro.
Been actively developing many titles on Source 2, and because of that, finding information
Deadlock hasn't been announced yet. It's everywhere. No, isn't there the closed beta?
on what is going on internally is easy. For a while, a lot of these big new features were being attributed to Citadel, aka Neon Prime, aka Deadlock.
You know what's scary? You want to know, like, a bit of, like, wait, hang on. I just remembered, I remembered someone that got, hang on. Hang on. You guys remember this video? Hang on. Do you remember this video? I remember seeing this video as a kid and finding it so funny. So this is like them going into the Valve offices, but they don't actually meet. Like it's meant to be Gabe Newell. It's obviously a bit. It's like one of his mates.
First question. What do you think of the current state of the gaming industry?
It sucks.
Do you care to elaborate?
Not really.
Okay, this was a classic, but then childhood ruined, children being the key word, because I found out that this guy, wait, no, actually, I don't want to be involved in a slander case, bro. Hang on, I gotta make sure this is the right guy. I don't want to misremember this. Okay, no, it is the same guy. It is the same guy. Hang on. This guy here, Bob Magran,
All right,
I think.
Gabe, Where do you think the gaming industry will be in the next?
Bob Magarin, the man who played Gabe Newell in the infamous Gabe Newell interview at Valve HQ by Silvermania, was arrested for possession and distribution of CP.
10 years?
Down the shitter. You know, the toilet, the turd flume.
I'm just saying, man. It's Reddit, though. No, I saw a mugshot and stuff when it came out. I remember there was a mugshot floating around everywhere, but, like... Oh! Oh! Gabe Newell, how could you?
Things like voxel-based destruction, voxel-based hair follicles, vehicle simulation, Zen creatures. We now know, due to having played Deadlock,
Welcome,
none
chat,
of that...
to the autistic Skinner box experiment known as the Pyrocynical. This is the perfect honeypot for all you autistic kiddies. We got video essays, furry porn, ironic humor, and gravel voice twink. Remember, stim responsibly.
Citadel, and all references to Half-Life were eventually scraped out of what became Deadlock. But that didn't answer the
Someone in chat said Gabe Newell knew. I don't even think that was Valve's officers.
question of what was the Half-Life Alyx team doing? What was Robin Walker's development team that was attempting to get out of the wilderness, as they told Jeff Keighley in 2020, nowadays? Because Half-Life Alyx was announced almost 5 years ago and fully released over 4. And as it turns out, that entire time has been spent...
Has it really been that long since Alyx? I remember playing through that like the day it came out. That was such a good game.
...developing the next major...
I literally bought a Valve Index just for that.
...single-player title, codenamed HLX, and now, thanks to a screw-up by one of the voice actors on the project, we now know the internal codename that Valve uses to hide the real project name while casting voice actors is called...
How many employees are at Valve? They don't... I know that they don't have... Even though they make so much money... 300 people. Wow. Okay, let's have a look at Activision. I can't see. What's another company, guys? Riot Games? They're laying off 530, and that is 11% of their workforce. Valve only has 300 people. Valve makes more money per employee than Microsoft. I think more than any other company in the industry. Yeah, I know that they just have like a bunch of veterans and they keep them locked in. So they offer them ridiculous amounts of money, so they just cannot be poached. Look at Bethesda. Okay. I mean, for 450. I mean, we're comparing Half-Life 2 to Starfield. Come on, guys. Come on.
Project White Sands. I'm not going to try and read into the idea of Project White Sands meaning anything in relation to the actual game. Valve has used different, very random code names when casting for things, such as Hot Dog for Left 4 Dead VR and Left 4 Dead 3, and Jamiroquai for Half-Life Alyx. Project White Sands is just one of those titles that is most likely being used to obfuscate any leaks that may occur. That said, the name Project White Sands leaking has come around the same time that...
So is that 100% proof that they are working on a game that isn't Deadlock? Is that confirmation then? It's no confirmation to Half-Life 3 at all. But it means they're working on a game, right? Because obviously, like I said earlier, like every company uses code names because everything always ends up being leaked. Like I swear, working at a game company, you have a higher chance of getting everything leaked than like the boys group chat. Supposedly the last full-time Valve employees who does maintenance on TF2 makes $4 million a year. Jesus Christ. Are you on about like the 3 people that just do like backup? Like, bro was getting $4 million a year for, like, sitting on his fat ass while, like, sniper bots were just, like, molesting an entire server.
We've learned about an unannounced title being in development, according to another resume by another former Valve employee.
Thoughts on your non-verbal French-Canadian clone meeting Donald Trump?
Mr. Pyro, where do you stand in the UK race war, with the Reform UK chavs? Mate, I don't like no immigrants, only pure-blood Anglo-Saxon, orc ear starmers Antifa police. Also, seriously, have you had that shit near your place or is it calm?
I haven't had any of it, I'll be honest. I've actually been chilling. Oh, I'm just saying though, mate, if we vote Reform UK, get all the brown people out, get all the black people out, and just have it so it's only white men, get all the women out as well. None of that. None of those women talking. I hit my wife and I got a suspended sentence. This country's gone to shit, mate. Yeah, it's actually, I'll be honest, because I, like, never leave the house unless it's for work or to see my girlfriend in place Sweden, like, I've been so disconnected from it. Like, my mom keeps updating me on all of it and stuff as well, like all the riots, and it's like, that happened? Whoa, that's insane. Anyways. Everyone's saying W. We got the alt-right Andes. That was the bait I left, by the way. That was the bait and you all took it.
That stated that between 2020 and 2023, this individual...
It is funny because they caught one of the guys that was like leading one of the riots, like a white guy, and I'm not joking you, he actually looked like the North FC Wojak. He had like 250 tattoos on his body. He probably had more tattoos on his body than there are words in like Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Company in 2023. Level design, layouts, lighting, combat encounters, and puzzles were being developed on.
The reason this is interesting to people, I don't think Tyler caught it, is that White Sands is a military base in New Mexico. And the latest string or whatever are about Zen gorillas. New Mexico being the same, yeah, New Mexico being where the lab is in Half-Life 1. Okay. That's cool.
On this title. And while data mining, well, we've learned a lot. And I'm still in the process of data mining everything. I only a few weeks ago got back from my honeymoon, and planning my wedding took the majority of my time through this calendar year, so...
Dude, I thought that was the black guy from The Chase. What's he called again? Hang on. This guy. Where is he? There he is. The Dark Destroyer. Okay, that's actually a porn name. There's no way that's actually his actual... What are the others? The Beast. The Beast. The Menace. The Menace. It looks like the guy who, like, removed your comment off Reddit. The Menace.
Hey, Pyro. Been watching
The
since
Menace.
Minecraft school shooting. Thank you for all the laughs, yada yada. Take this and get yourself something nice and fat.
Thank you, Brick, for the 10. Appreciate it. Thank you, Dakota, for joining.
I have missed a lot of updates that I'm slowly catching up on. And there is a much larger, more coherent video in production that was supposed to be talking about all of this. I had to push forward some of this information because of this Project White Sands leak. We know, according to strings inside of things like Dota 2 and Counter-Strike 2, that the character you play as in whatever HLX is wears an HEV.
Still crazy that Valve employees get paid more per person than Microsoft. But how many employees does Microsoft have, though? I feel Microsoft would have, like, so many employees. Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, not even comparable. But I'm guessing what Richter said from the comparison is, like, he's even comparing, like, Bill Gates to, like, the lowest Andes that get paid, like, nothing. But, like, on a median average, people at Valve get paid more. I think.
Goes, as the internal strings call it, off-world, where there are workers and things called storks and pentatanks, feral man hacks, and my favorite, Zen gorilla.
Breaking news. I come from the drama retirement to report that my replacement, Pyrocynical, Slop Lord, was spotted in Rotherham, with various football chavs stopping traffic to inspect if the drivers were proper Angloid or too brown cancel the man.
I didn't read all that. I just heard brown and cancel, so I'm not going to say anything because I actually don't want to get cancelled.
Is a real thing that Valve at one point or
was scared of having another Metro's booming moment, but called Kamala Harris Carmela.
Carmela Harris. That is her name. It's Carmela Harris. Camilla Harris.
even now
Carmela. That's like tomato, bro. Grow up.
Is developing. It was an offhand reference in the zoo level of Half-Life Alyx, and they actually tested it alongside Zen Swoopers and Zen.
Thank you, Din Nord, for 3 months.
and jellyfish, things that were initially
Hello
cut from
everyone,
Half-Life
welcome to
Alyx.
Saturday Night Live. I'm your host Gabe Newell. We are currently making games. Don't forget to buy latest Steam Deck 3000. We are also no longer making Half-Life episodic.
Why is the laughter track like actually funny? That actually makes the dono like actually funny.
But have continued to receive some form of development according to the most recent updates to Valve's Source 2 projects. There is obviously more, including a very detailed simulation of drivable vehicles and
I mean revenue per employee, although it's important to note that nobody has any real idea of how much Valve has in server costs. That's why I find the Valve is infinite money thing a little bit naive. If it was infinite money, it would be valued at infinite money, not 7 billion. Yeah.
and so much more.
It is interesting though, because they kind of operate like an indie studio, don't they? Because they own Steam. That makes them more money than they will ever make in their life from a single game, no matter how successful a game is they make. So they almost do work like an indie studio, where it's like, we'll make one whenever we feel like it, kind of thing. I find that really interesting. Because I still feel like if Valve kept churning out games like a regular studio like Ubisoft, they would have lost that respect a long time ago. But them actually not putting a lot of things out has garnered them this kind of like higher level of like respect, even though everyone shits on them constantly. And even though their old games that are online, like TF2, are full of bots and hackers and cheaters.
I think this is Half-Life 3.
Did he give himself a double chin? And like, when you draw yourself as a cartoon, aren't you meant to make yourself look better?
I gotta be very careful in answering that question. But yes, I think that
We
this
have
is
an
a
update to the story of Pyrocynical in Rotherham.
Alright,
It was
so-
actually another racist British twink with a similar peasant fade.
Peasant fade.
Pyrocynical has actually been illegally deported by chavs for not liking the footy, as is now in asylum in Sweden.
I would actually rather be in asylum in Sweden than live in the UK.
not
They make 54 mil a month of CSGO crates. You have to be trolling. 54 mil a month of CSGO crates. I don't believe that. There's no way. There's no way CSGO is that active still, bro. Let me look at the player. I know it's still top 3, but like, oh my god, I had no idea it was that big. I thought it was like 200k. Oh my god. And the fact that the all-time peak is like only double what their current player count is, that's mental. Dude, to be fair though, when I was like 15 to 18, I literally sweated CS:GO so much, and then I kind of realized like, wait, I'm playing video games and I'm not making any money off it. That sucks. Dude, it's so much easier when you don't care about like forming a future and stuff. You just play video games all day.
one VR Half-Life game that you play
To be fair, yeah, no, it's like 90% of like Russia, right?
an HEV
Isn't PUBG like still huge just because of China? I swear PUBG is still huge and nowhere near as big, but it's still, look at that though. The peak was bigger than CS:GO. That's mental. Thank you, Junior. I missed the Darkwood arc. Why do you want it specifically to be your magnum opus? Because it's 10 hours. I mean, I don't want it to be a magnum opus, but it's 10 hours long. It's like, I need it to be good. Why do you have League installed on your PC? My girlfriend made me play it for Valentine's because she plays it all the time. And it was the worst experience I had in my entire life. I played it once and I bought a sword from a store. And then I said to her, how do you use the sword? I don't get it. And then she laughed at me like it was a passive. And then she's like, oh, you played like RPGs before, right? Where you like use a sword. It's like, yeah, you equip it and you fucking use it. You don't like just have it as a, I don't get it. Dead game. Actual dead game. Top-down mobile game. My friend Ratlaba is ridiculously good at CSGO and I watched him unbox an AK once and I was so jealous. I stink at that game. Oh, you and Ratlaba are friends? That makes sense. Yeah, he makes great content as well. I lent one of my mates a knife, like as a gift. I was like, okay, can I get it back? And then the next day he got hacked and lost it.
suit wearing character.
It's so weird. When I was younger, I used to care so much. Like I could, in my Steam inventory right now, I think I've got stuff that's worth a couple grand. Like nothing on a Russian pros level. But like that inventory could be valued at like 100k, and I probably would still be just as apathetic. It's so weird. It's so weird. Like when my brain locked in at 25, I just saw video games so differently. It's like if I'm not learning something, or if I'm not learning something, or if this isn't for a video, I'm not gonna bother. So I stopped playing. Like I don't play multiplayer games anymore. I really don't in my spare time. I mean, let me have a look at Steam. Yeah, I played like Serious Sam. Oh no, to be fair, I've been playing Outlast Trials a little bit recently. That's actually been kind of fun. But yeah, like Serious Sam 4, Max Payne 3, Spec Ops The Line. Oh look, it's all the videos that everyone asks me to do a video on. It's all the games that everyone asked me to do a video on. How curious. Yeah, I sunk like an hour into that, I think. Just under 2 hours. That'll be a video at some point, definitely. I gotta stop saying like what I'm working on next, because then Andy's rushed to make a video essay and steal all the views.
In development at Valve Software that has been in development.
What if War was Lebad?
Since Half-Life Alyx has released. Because it's been in
Max Payne 3 is good. It is very good. I don't understand the hate it's got. I installed a first person mod and I've just been playing through it all in first person. I'm actually really looking forward to playing these games on stream, I'll be honest. Because the way I want to do it now is I do a bunch of React Andy and then wrap up the stream by playing a game. That's going to be recorded for main. I still need to do conscript though. I have to do that, and if I don't do that, I'm going to forget.
Development for over 4 years. Also because, according to Datamines, systems architecture has been slowing down, yet features architecture has been speeding up. It seems as if things are happening very quickly and are actually nearing.
Have you heard of Noita? Yeah, I got a fat mod for it. And it just totally broke the game. Like that, I cannot beat that game. I actually cannot beat that game. It's too difficult. It's way too difficult. Like the amount of RNG you need in that game is crazy.
A completion date sooner rather than later. There's so much more to explore in this story. There's so much more to unpack. But again, I missed the majority of 2024's data mining. The majority of the time that I spent in
I like how the footage is flashed up again. It's like, I got married, by the way, guys, just so you know, I got married.
2024 was trying to predict what eventually became Deadlock. Now that we know what that is.
Did you see who made Cry of Fear and Afraid of Monsters got accused of texting a 17-year-old? Yeah. I had that shown to me on stream and there was a Google Doc and stuff.
It's easier.
I don't think like I would ever take down the Cry of Fear video though, because I think it's like that video has helped a lot of people that have reached out to me and stuff. And I think like even if that stuff about him is 100% true, I don't think it's fair to take down the video, because a lot of people have said to me that they've watched it when they're at like a shitty point in their life or a low point, and I just don't think removing it would do like anyone any good. And he is also quite a small factor of the actual video, despite making the game. But yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest, I haven't looked into that a lot. I've been asked to look into a lot of stuff like that and the Mr. T Lexify stuff. I just haven't looked into it. But yeah, what was this one?
Hey Byro, been watching since 2014, just finished my first week as a UK doctor. Just wanted to say love the content and keep up the good work. Also, if you don't release Petscop 2, I will section you.
What's Petscop 2? I don't know what you're on about. Thank you, Doctor, for the 10.
To discern between what's for Deadlock and what's for Half-Life. And now we have a much bigger picture on what the next Half-Life game is going to be. Codenamed HLX, this appears to be a non-VR Half-Life game that is single player or cooperative or both. It's up in the air. We don't know. And if I were to go out on a limb, this could very well be a Half-Life 3. There's a much bigger video in production right now that I have been working on for the last week. I have been doing almost nothing but data mining every update to every Source 2 project that Valve has put out in the last 12 months. This will continue to take me likely another 2 weeks of daily data mining, but if you're at all interested in this much larger project...
It is interesting how there could actually be a new Half-Life game, though. I kind of wish there was a bit more substance there. I'm just going to see if there's an article that explains anything else. Dataminer thinks Half-Life 3 is in development after resumed leak. Oh yeah, they're just using his video. That is still really... wishful thinking, or Valve finally giving fans what they want after 2 decades? Half-Life 2 Episode 2 release date. When did that come out? Jesus. Actual 17 years ago. 17 years ago. God. Wait, 17 years ago? Wait, I was 7 when that came out? Oh my God. Oh, I was 7 years old. I was a little zoomy. I was like, I Show Speed fan. Damn.